Hi everybody and welcome to this beginner's tutorial of drawing a landscape, and we are going to use ink and water and let some coincidence happen. And this is very nice for when you are a beginner. You can draw in clouds and skies, and it's also very nice for when you are an advanced artist and you're out of inspiration. What you can use is Indian ink, ecoline, or this Pentel brush pen with ink in it. And of course we will also be using a brush and water. What are also very handy brushes are these already filled with water. They look awesome and they have a brush, so that's nice for detail also. And then there is this pastel knife for creating skies, and you can do this with the Panpastel or your pastel pencils or pastel bars. And as paper I'm using a standard drawing paper, and we will first start out with ink. I'm pressuring it here and draw in the trees on the right side that are most in front of us. Now what I'm doing is I'm just making some scribbly lines. So that was what I mean with you do not have to be a very advanced artist for this, because everybody, even a child, can do this. The trees in the right front are in the shadow and close to us. And here on the left side there is a river bench or a lake bench, how you call it. So way down below there will be some water. Now once you have this, you start putting in quite a lot of water. Now just see what happens when that ink hits the water. It will go all sides, and here way up in the back I draw in some fake mountains. So I carefully drop that in, but not too careful. And then I take my ink pen again and I put some ink in it to create some far distance trees. Now how your drawing dries up is always a surprise. So that's what I was telling you about the coincidence. But it is just great fun to see what the water and the ink do together. Here I'm creating some more trees, and this will be my lake surface. And the trees here on the right, those can be as dark as possible. And then I steer that ink around a little bit, and here I'm drawing in some ravines and skiing slopes that are in the shadows. But I also spare out a lot of white. The white will be the snow that is laying on top of my mountains. Ooh, back you. And here I draw in some bushes, nice little ones, just by tipping my brush. And if you have a lot of excess water, you can easily take that up with a tissue. And I also use it here in the right side to put in some texture and make it extra dark there. And then I take a little small brush and I pick up a little bit of ink from my right side of the drawing, and I draw in some shadow here for that slope that is in the shadow. So I just put over a little bit of ink. Then I take a little bit of ink from the right side and draw in some far away trees, pine trees. And also here I put some fake trees that are in the mist maybe. Just let your imagination do the work and your mind will be triggered to get creative. And that was what I was trying to say for when you are an advanced artist and you're totally out of inspiration. Just try this and see how your mind gets triggered again to become creative. Okay, I will leave it up to here so far and then let your drawing dry. Now I was trying also on colored paper. I'm making a lot of these just to train and to trigger. I was out of inspiration too. But your drawing will get bubbly because it's standard drawing paper, not watercolor paper at all. And what I do is I iron my drawings before I can work further on them, or when I want to frame some drawings. I go over it, I just watch the iron, and I think it can get some hotter, and then I keep ironing till it is flat again. Now my drawing is flat and now I can work on it further. I will be using a fine liner, the Panpastel, and also a white pastel pencil. Now here on the right side we were drawing those dark pine trees, but of course there is a little bit of snow in the valley below. Much less than on top, but I want to get some detail into that dark area. So here is where the white pastel pencil comes in real handy. You can put some snow or blur out distant figures that you want to lighten up a little bit, and put in detail as much as you want. But also you can do this the other way around. Maybe you want the trees that you have drawn in with the ink to be more precise, more detailed. Then you take your fine liner and you simply go over that and you will get that amazing effect. Now all shapes are very, very simple, ideal for beginner artists, and anyone can do this, so do try this. And at this stage I'm also drawing in that lake that is below. And now it's time to watch what happens when you put in color. Everything is all black and white, of course, but I want to create a vanilla sky. So what I've taken is a little bit of pink and a little bit of blue. And this is the reason why I've taken a very smooth drawing paper. I can make a really, really smooth sky way in the back. I'm choosing two simple colors, light blue, light pink. But of course you can try out any kind of sky you want and create, some kind of atmosphere. Over the pink I put a little bit of white to make it as soft as possible, and in the lake below I put in a little bit of blue. Just a little bit. I also put a little bit of blue on the faraway mountain here on the left side. You can hardly see it, but it does create that special effect. This slope I want a little bit more fake, so I simply put over a little bit of white pastel. These trees are in the mist a little bit. Just use your imagination. To get an atmospheric perspective, you can put in a little bit of yellow ochre. I tap that in, and the yellow ochre I also use for the sides of the rocks of the slopes, and this is creating extra perspective, and well, this is just fun to do. I hope you enjoyed this video and give it a like. Share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe. I wish you all the fun with it, and I will see you again next Friday.